Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to my class, guys. Okay, before we start our lesson, let's do reciting basmalah together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, at this time, what we want to learn, want to study, is quite interesting because it's about the aspect of academic writing, that the point or the fundamental of academic writing. What it is, that is paraphrasing. Have you ever heard about paraphrasing? Yeah? Yes, paraphrasing, the simple definitions of paraphrasing is you the process of rewriting, restructuring, or rewording of others' opinions of others' writing, and you acknowledge it. But you have to pay attention that the original text is not the similar meaning of the text paraphrase. Okay, it's the point of paraphrasing. Okay, let's hear. Paraphrasing is a wording, process of wording, restating, and restructuring. Okay, you rewording the text or restructuring the text, but you have to retain the meaning of original text. Okay. The question is, why we should learn paraphrase? Because paraphrasing is so important in academic writing, especially as a student that we always face paper every day, such as in our assignments, in our final tests. We need paraphrasing. For what? Number one is as a tool to avoid plagiarism. Number two is to measure your understanding about the text. And number three, we can use paraphrase as a tool to upgrade your digital literacy. Okay. Paraphrasing is quite simple, but actually it's quite complex. But if we know the techniques or we have basic knowledge in language, we can paraphrase effectively. Okay, let's learn the technique of paraphrase. There are three techniques paraphrase. It's simple technique of paraphrase. But actually there are many types or technique in paraphrasing, but at this time I would like just to focusing on these three techniques. Okay, what it is? Number one is change vocabulary. Change vocabulary means if you want to paraphrase a text, we need to have some modifications of the original text, or to change the vocabulary, or looking for the synonym of the words. Such as in the original text, we have word study, we have to change to others word, become research. Study and research has similar meaning, so it's the way for us to do paraphrase by using the first technique, that is changing vocabulary. Number two, the technique is change the word places. It's related about part of speech. So guys, you will have to know about part of speech to success paraphrasing, especially to use the second technique, which is change of word places. It means that if the original text contains words in the class such as noun, we need to change this class to other class, such as the word of Indonesia as a noun. We need to change to become others class, such as noun to become adjective, from Indonesia become Indonesians. You get it, guys? Okay. The third, or number 3, technique number 3, is change word others. What it means by change word others? It means that we need to restructuring or replacing the word of the sentences or the text, such as we need to change the positions of the subjects to become the object, or the object to become subjects, or the simple way is to say that we need to change the active to passive, or vice versa, active to passive, passive to active. Okay, let's see the example here. Ita washes a plate become plate was washed by Ita. Here the positions of Ita as a subject in the original text was changed become objects in the text paraphrase, and the plate in the text paraphrase as an object become the subject in the text paraphrase. This is what I mean by restructuring the positions of the word in the sentences. Okay, now how about if these combinations of technique was applied in the text? Okay, let's study here. Let's move here, guys. Example of text paraphrase. I have written a short text here, and I have paraphrased it, and I will show you the analysis of the words that identically or classify as paraphrasing technique. Okay, text for original text. Anatomy is the study of how the body is structured and the way in which various components are linked together. And I have paraphrased it to become more shorter than the original text. It is an anatomy studies the structure of the body and how its parts fit together. Okay, let's do analysis word by word, guys. Here, anatomy is the study. Let's see the difference of this word. Anatomy studies. Do you see the difference? Can you categorize it? Study and studies. Studies and studies. Study is a noun. Become studies is a verb. What is the technique that we use here? That is change of word class. Right. You get it, guys? Change of word class, because the class noun in the original text in the word of study was changed in studies that become verb on the text paraphrase. Okay, next let's looking for the word that might be changed in the text paraphrase. How the body is structured. The structure of the body. Do you see the difference? Yeah, the body is structured here is the body is structure. The body is structure is become the structure of the body. The structure of the body. What is the classifications technique that we applied here? That is change of word order. Change of word order, because we change the positions or we change the tenses of the sentences. Okay, next we need to looking for the next word is link and fit. Link and fit have the similar meaning, so the technique that we applied here is the first technique, that is change of vocabulary or synonym. Okay, guys, that's all of the three techniques in paraphrasing. If we have a good understanding and have basic skill in language, I believe that we can paraphrase more effective. But we need to debate that paraphrasing is a complex skill, so we need to practice, because practice makes it perfect. So thank you for your attention, guys. Before I close the class today, let's do the reciting Hamdalah together. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. So next, let's see in the next meeting. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.